Welcome to ICCG's Close-Up, sponsored by Round World Solutions, where Fortune 1000 CXOs share their enterprise strategies for competing and winning in the global economy. Our wide-ranging topics include big data, governance, supply chain analytics, enterprise mobility, and portfolio management. The goal of our interviews is to understand the CXO's area of focus, the challenges associated with that area, and their plans for confronting those challenges. The benefit to our participants is the creation of a virtual CXO knowledge pool, so CXOs can learn from each other and not have to reinvent the wheel. I'm your host, Ellis Booker. Welcome to ICCG's Close-Up, sponsored by Round World Solutions. I'm your host, Ellis Booker. Today I'm delighted to say that we have as our guest Shanji Xiong, who is the Global Chip Scientist and Senior Vice President of Analytics at Experian. Hello, Shanji.
Hi, Alice.
Joining me to ask Shanji some questions today, we have Steve Winstead, and Round World Solutions partner. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Ellis. Glad to be here.
Shanji, to start off, I'd like to ask you if you could give us a brief description of Experian for those who aren't familiar with the company and your role there.
Experian is the largest information provider in the world for consumer credit and for business credit information. We have close to 15,000 employees. We have operations in more than 40 countries. Every day, we are providing this information to enable business and the consumers, such as big financial institutions, wireless companies, to conduct their business. So we are really the information provider between the consumer and the business, so that when people make a business decisions, they can accurately know who's the person they're dealing with and what's the risk in doing business with this entity, whether it's a person or a business.
Right. Very good. And your role there?
I'm the Global Chief Scientist at Experian, overseeing the data labs at San Diego, São Paulo, and London. Basically, I oversee the technical aspects of the data lab operations, mainly driving research and development in the big data area at Experian.
Terrific. Experian is somewhat in the at ground central, as you explained, for data science and big data, increasingly. Can you tell us about a project that you're currently involved in that involves big data and advanced analytics?
Sure. We have been applying topic discovery algorithms, the algorithms used by companies like Google for doing the search and match, and applying those kind of techniques to billions of credit card transactions and identify signals for marketing, risk management, and fraud detection. The solution has been in production for more than a year and providing significant ROIs to our banking clients.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn it over to Steve for the next big data question. Steve.
Yes. What are some of the steps that you're taking to tie this the big data analysis that you're doing back to the business benefit?
Sure. For example, taking the consumer insights we derived from the credit card transactions, we can see from there what's the preference of a consumer, where they want to shop, what time they want to shop, and what kind of brand they're most loyal. Based on this information, the banks can design targeted treatment and offering strategies to increase the sales and increase the client loyalty to a particular brand.
Interesting. Are there any major lessons learned that you would have based on some of the major challenges you've faced in these big data initiatives so far?
Sure. The main lessons we learn is to think big, to keep an open mind, and always try to learning from other areas and applying those techniques in our particular problem. For example, the techniques we are using right now is really designed originally for text mining, for topic discovery. It doesn't have too much to do with financial transactions. However, once we fully understand the essence of the algorithms and makes the connection of the problems in these two different worlds, we successfully applied the same technique for our problem. So in my opinion, think big, think out of the box, keep an open mind, and learning the techniques from other areas to apply them in our domain is the key to our success.
Sanji, it's well documented that there's a skills shortage for employees with the requisite data analytics skill set. Many companies are having difficulty finding people to do this kind of work. How has Experian found the recruiting, hiring scenario, and what are your strategies for getting the best people?
Well, what you are telling me is what we experience every day. It's completely true. It's hard to identify and retain the right talents. So at Experian, we have been doing a good job. So in my opinion, there's certain things totally in our control in terms of creating a working environment that encourages cooperation, encourages innovation, give the employees some freedom to innovate, and always try to put them on the most interesting projects. Those tend to help a lot for us to retaining them.
Steve, any other questions on big data for Shanji?
No, I believe that wraps it up nicely.
ICCG's mandate is to offer education and networking throughout the year. If you'd like to learn more about ICCG, please visit the website at iccgusa.com. Sanjay, moving on to questions of governance and data governance. Can you tell us how that function is handled there at Experian? It seems like that's all you do, but what's your best practice for making sure you're handling the data properly?
Data accuracy and data security is the most important aspect of our business that could make or kill our business. So we at Experian pays a lot of attention to data accuracy and data security. Experian's search and match capability is the most accurate among the 3 credit bureaus under the de facto golden standards in our industry. However, we as a company continues to push the quality of our search and match to the next level. For example, recently, we have been working on bringing more data from different domains, from social media, from company registration, from credit card transaction files, from web registration files, to come up with the best business verification capabilities to weed out fraud transactions. So the key is that we keep pushing our accuracy and the security to the next level. We never stop. We never satisfy with what we have today.
Given the security is so important, is the governance a centralized organization, distributed across Experian's different lines? How's that handled?
Well, I think we have both models in play here. We have a company-wide centralized business security office, and each business unit, we have our own BSOs, business security officers. The security processes are well documented, and every employees are mandated to take trainings on a yearly basis. And any idiosyncrasies, we have a proper process to report, document, and investigate the idiosyncrasies in the data process.
Steve, I know you have a follow-up.
Yes. Do you have any other processes that are specifically geared to the data quality and validation? I know you spoke to how important quality and validation is. Do you have organizationally anything that's geared toward maintaining those processes around data quality and validation as well?
Sure, absolutely. Because for example, we pay close attention to the data accuracy. We even offer a service for our banking clients to any data providers to check the data they provided to us on an ongoing basis. We check each field to see the distribution. We check across time to see if what's the baseline, what's the variation uh, field by field to identify any data idiosyncrasies, any inaccuracy in the data, and flag them as this happens. In fact, we are doing such a good job. We even offer this as a paid service to some of the largest banks in the US.
Mm-hmm. And can you share with us if you're using a visualization dashboard for governance? Is that standardized throughout Experian?
Well, we use a lot of the visualization tools, and right now, most popular tool we use at the data lab is Tableau. I keep saying the data lab because Experian is such a big organization, so I have limited visibilities. In my group, we use Tableau to look at the historical file. When any data coming in, we compare what we're seeing to what we have been seeing historically to identify any potential data problems.
Steve?
Excellent. Could you please tell us what maybe your top one or two priorities are for the upcoming 12 months?
For the next 12 months, the top priority, number one, is to, just one sec, I have a phone call I need to.
No problem.
Hello? Huh? OK，他不用追，我正在开会，别打电话了，对吧 ？OK, sorry. Can we?
I'll just re-ask the question. Then you can start over. So Sanjay, what are your top one or two priorities for the upcoming 12 months?
OK, for the next 12 months, our top priority, number one, is to push several of our current big data initiatives across the finish line. This includes the social media data, using the social media data for business verification, or business credit risk prediction, and also the work we have been doing using mobile device location data for marketing. Those are the top priorities that we are working on.
And just to put a fine point on it, you believe that the mobile and telemetry that you'll be getting will inform marketers primarily with information?
Yeah, basically using the device location data to identify the mobile device carriers, where they're going, what their life stage and the lifestyle preference, and design marketing programs around this.
Right, right. And one last question on that score, which is just Experian is again ground central for some of this. Questions around privacy of publicly available information. Is Experian at all worried that there's going to be a pushback legislatively to any of the work that you guys do on behalf of marketers or companies?
Sure. As you understand, the U.S. government has been introducing new legislations to better protect the privacy, which of course impacts our business. But taking the attitude that whenever government agencies introduce these new legislations, there's many different ways to look at that. Most times, we view this as an opportunity. For example, the data quality checking, data verification service we are providing to some of the top banks is a required or resulting from governments demanding higher accuracy in the data when people report to credit bureau. So we understand the importance of the impact those legislations could potentially have on our business. And we are always taking the attitude of working with the government, informing them, and working together with them, try to better protecting the data. And many times we turn these challenges into business opportunities.
Finally, is there any advice you would have to an organization not nearly as far along on the path of using big data analytics or very sophisticated governance as Experian is, how to get started? What would you tell them?
Well, data is golden. In order to be successful, every business needs to have a practical and well thought out data strategy. Start simple, start small, and let the early success to fuel the future growth of data strategy in both breadth and sophistication. Every business has to have a data strategy.
And that'll have to do it. We're out of time. I'd like to thank our guest and our audience for watching this ICCG close-up. If you'd like to watch other of our interviews, join the discussion, or participate as a panelist yourself, please visit the website at iccgusa.com. You can also find the videos at roundworldsolutions.com. Thanks for watching.
I'm Scott Cunningham, Senior Director, Solutions and Delivery for Round World Solutions, the experts in integrated governance with project execution. Our unique 360-degree view enables us to give CXOs a comprehensive view of where they are today, where they would like to be, and delivers a powerful change management structure to ensure they accomplish their goals. ICCG Close-Up is an interview panel where CXOs share their views on big data, governance, and their most pressing issues. At the conclusion of the interviews, we will be compiling the results into an industry and issue-specific report to share with all of the interviewees, emphasizing common interests and future plans associated with those interests across industries. The benefits to our participating CXOs are the creation of a virtual CXO interactive knowledge base, highly scaled shared resources, and the ability to learn from each other without having to reinvent the wheel. Thank you for watching ICCG's Close-Up, sponsored by Round World Solutions. For more information about our CXO interview panels or to join the conversation, please visit us at www.roundworldsolutions.com. Thank you.